Hi, this is Mark Dulisse, and I am launching Domain Security Pro tomorrow. And this software is just getting better and better. I just want to show you what I have drummed up for you for launch date tomorrow. And I'm going to be adding some more stuff as we continue along here. But on my last video I showed you here that you can simply just select a domain, and I can add as many domains here in this list as I want, and I can do bulk processing. I can select all, and I can, for example, I can reset the WordPress admin passwords to all my sites with the click of one button and so forth. Not only that, but I can click on the settings button and I can select the password length right here, and that's really cool settings. You'll see here that there's a number of new buttons on this version here, and what I've done is I've added a lot of settings buttons on the controls as well as IP locks. For example, for example, this is one of my sites where I set up a HTTP access password control. So I'll show you. This is set up for the WP admin page. This is pop-up deluxe /WP login. So this is where a lot of attacks and vulnerabilities come in with brute force attacks and so forth. Right now I can access this page. All right. But if I bring up the software and I click on set HTTP access passwords, and you see it processing, and so then it says finished. All right. So now, for example, let me just back up here, and if I were to come back here, go back to the main page, that's going to play. Let me pause that video, and let me go back to WP admin, and let me just click on this here, and you'll see that it asks for a username, password, and this is an HTTP access username, password, and so people are not even able to get to your page at all. People cannot access your admin page. So this is very, very secure. You'll see here that I've added some security measures, and that what I've done is that a lot of people don't like the, for example, this is the username for the HTTP access login. There's the username, there's the password, and I can just right click on here to copy it. You'll see here that people don't want the admin at all for the username. So what you can do, you can simply click on HTTP access authority settings, and I can rename this with a prefix. For example, I can rename it to Bulldog. There you go. And then an underscore or anything that I want to do for it as a prefix, digits that I want. It'll be random. I can set the password length as many characters as I want. I'll teach you about this in a second, and I'll simply just click on save. Okay. When I click on save, so if I click on the button again, it's going to process. And you'll see right here, now the login, the username is Bulldog, and it has 4 letters, random letters that it password generates, as well as the password is 8 digits. Okay, so that's a cool feature. I've also added a hot link settings button. So if you click on this, this is if you have images on your site or video URLs. People are not able to embed your images on their sites and use your server. Very, very great. And so if you click on the hot link settings, now you can simply add your own protected file extensions as well. What's really cool is I've added a redirect. So if somebody embeds a video or somebody embeds an image from your site using your server onto their site, well, if anybody tries to access that, it'll simply just be redirected to any URL you put in here. So not only are you able to protect your images and video files from being stolen from thieves, but when anybody tries to access that, they are redirected to your site, and hey, you get more traffic. Isn't that great? Another thing that you can do is that you can add exceptions. For example, say for example you have a friend or you have another site that you want to add your image to, or embed your image from another site. You can just add the exception right here, and this will allow you to embed it onto another site. Okay, very, very cool features. You'll see here that also has IP lock controls, and how this works, you can set it, you can remove it. Let me click on lock settings. What this does is that this will only allow someone with a certain IP to access your admin page. All right, and what's really cool is that I can simply click on detect and add current IP. If I click on this button, my IP address will automatically show up on this line here. And if you want to add one of your staff people to have access to your admin page, and you want to have access to anybody else, you can simply just ask them for their IP address and add them to this right here. Anytime you want to clear the list, you click on the clear button, and you're good to go. Isn't that really cool? Another great feature here is that you can have your backup to your htaccess file right here. Okay, so now I want to go over a new feature that's really cool. Not only can you protect WordPress admin sites, but you can protect any directory or folder that you want. And this is how it works. You click on the htaccess and you'll see settings here. It says custom admin path. Right now this is the WP admin for a WordPress blog. We know that, right? But you can also add, for example, admin CP. Now this admin CP, I know because I have a number of them, is a vBulletin forum. There's a lot of attacks that happen on vBulletin forums for spammers and so forth. And how this works, for example, let me show you. Here's a vBulletin forum. But if I go up here and if I type in admin CP, right, you'll see here that his admin page comes up right here, and there's a lot of different attacks that can happen through this. So his admin login is wide open for people to start attacking. Is that I can set it to have this path CP for a custom tailored admin path, and I can click on save and it'll add a htaccess login screen so people are not even able to access this page at all. And again, once again, I can set up a custom IP lock so people can only have a certain IP if they want to access that page and so forth. But what's really cool is you can add any directory right here at all, and you can set the password length and the username, prefix, and so forth. So not only does it protect WordPress admin pages, but also any page, any directory that you want to protect with an htaccess username and password so people can't get to that at all. Or maybe you want to set it so that only certain IP addresses can get to your directories. Very, very cool. So you got a lot of different settings with htaccess, hotlink, IP lock, and also resetting your password settings and so forth. We're launching tomorrow, and make sure you get on the early bird registration as we go live. Thank you.